Welcome to a brand new stock market week, and this week is quite interesting because we are going into a earnings week. What does it mean? Like every 3 months, every company need to report what they made, okay? So revenues, profitability, any changes to the company structure, or maybe partnerships, maybe how the sales and the purchase, supplying and everything, like basically they're going full transparent during that time. And that's why it's important to see, okay, which stocks might be interesting and which stocks are maybe a little bit undervalued and underestimated by Wall Street, because this is what it is all about. If you're looking into those stocks that are maybe will better perform after the earnings than, anticipated. So this is exactly what we are looking for. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and like. We want to have at least 500 likes on this video, so make sure to do that. And also ring the bell if you are new to this channel. We are talking about stocks every single day and doing also live streaming every single day. And the first stock I want to go into is a bank, okay? So just to ensure you are up to date, banks are the first type of industry that are quite showing us the results. So let's say, for example, in this week, we have directly on Wednesday, before the open, JP Morgan Chase, we have Wells and Fargo, we have Goldman and Sachs, right? Then on Thursday, we have companies like BlackRock, right, for example, or we have even on Friday, Morgan and Stanley. So all of these big banks are showing their earnings to us. And I think that Goldman is a quite interesting bet because of the following thing, okay? Q1 was, if anything, very volatile, okay? If we are looking into stocks like, for example, Tesla, okay? If we are looking into the last 6 months, then you saw first the January went to all-time highs, and then we lost about, 20-30% from those highs. And this is exactly where I'm going to, okay? Because big banks, specifically those investment banks like Goldman and Sachs, for example, are actually benefiting when the market is volatile. And I think that maybe the trading profits are a little bit better than expected. And I think that the overall rush on stocks and specs, and you hear all of these crazy things like Goldman employees, working like so hard. So I think this could be underestimated by Wall Street. And I think that we could have stellar earnings by Goldman. And also, even if it doesn't work out, if from all of the banks, I feel like Goldman has a really great brand. It has a great, management team as well. So think about it. If you are looking into the stock itself, you can see here that the Goldman Sachs group went just higher and higher the last couple of 6 months. In October 2020, we were at about 189. Meanwhile, we are more than 300. And obviously, we also went a little bit down over the last couple of weeks, like the overall market. But still, I think, with the PE ratio of 13, great trading and investment department, great brand, very influential people in Goldman and around the world from Goldman, ex-Goldman people. So I think this is a very interesting company. The next stock is also a stock that I just briefly talked about in my live streams. And if you haven't seen any of my live streams yet, then you missed a lot, because you need to be subscribed and smashing the like button for that algorithm. I hope this is clear, guys. And the next stock I'm talking about is, not paper hands. It's actually, it will be maybe a great stock for the next couple of months. Okay, here's what I'm thinking about. It is Box. Okay, Box is a cloud service company, something similar to Dropbox, but with more AI supporting companies, like a B2B business. Usually they were quite price inflated, specifically after, March, because there was rumors that the business should be sold, which is a great news, right? Though there was another news just a couple of days ago, and it was on the 1st of April. And since then, the stock fell from 24.48 to about 21.70. Okay, why? Because there's a company called KKR which announced that they will, and this is now, hold your horses, because they want to inject $500 million into this company. Though this would be, mind-blowing enough, the stock went down because the sales is now off the table. But think about it. The market cap is $3.53 billion. Okay. Now you're getting 1/7 of that. In addition, put it into the company. And now it comes even further. Now we are talking about that this money, 500 million, will be used to buy back stock. And now guess who's the mastermind behind it? Carl Icahn, the activist, the billionaire. And I think, I made one trade on him already. And this was months and months ago, where we talked about, the Caesar Palace deal, where, the stock went up 30, 40, 50% after it was announced. So I don't want to miss another one. So I think I will go into that and see what it brings. The buyback of the stock will start in the beginning of the next earnings season. So basically directly after the earnings came out. So I don't know how the earnings will be. Still, I don't want to mishear anything. So I think in the next couple of days, I try to buy a little bit of that. I will use some weakness of the market to not buy back. This is what they will do, buy back stock. But I will buy into a box a little bit and keep you updating. And if you want to know a little bit more, then join our Discord. You can click the join button below or go on x10masterclass.com with all the information. Let's go into the next stock. And the next company that I think is great for earnings season or to buy before earnings is obviously Tesla. I think they will be, giving their numbers out end of April, beginning of May. So I think if you are looking into a stock that we are doing right now, you see that Tesla stock actually in the last months were flat, okay? And now think about what all happened to Tesla and the general, let's say, accomplishment by Elon Musk and all of these companies around it. So first, we had the absolutely crazy delivery number that nobody expected, that beat all expectations. Second, we had the Biden plan that will obviously fuse the whole EV market industry, and also Tesla will benefit from that. Moreover, we have seen accomplishment by Neuralink that is, for example, the connecting the monkey to the computer game. And if you're thinking like this kind of team and the guy behind that can obviously lead the company of electric vehicles. Then we had the Tunnel, the Boring Company, right? Just opened the new station, all with Tesla cars, a huge marketing effect, and obviously also an achievement, a company that, built from nothing, achieved a tunnel system for about $53 million. This is insane, and then obviously SpaceX with all of the additional missions that we had. I think that the overall package here is clear. A great team, a great founder and visionary on top of it. And I think this combination is very, very, very rare. And I think Tesla is with $677 per share as of this recording, and the market cap of $650 billion, a bargain, okay? A bargain of fantastic stock, and buying before earnings is maybe not the worst idea, considering that the Bitcoin price is also going higher and higher and higher. So think about it, let me know in the comments, and let's dive into the next stock. Well, no top 5 stocks without my current favorite stock, space. It stays a waiting game, yes. And it stays, tension, because this stock has a huge potential. I don't found, and I invest a lot of time into stock research, okay? But I still haven't found a stock that has more potential than this beast, okay? Space is the one. And why I'm thinking that the stock can go maybe to the levels that we have seen in February. Okay, mid of February, we touched $60, okay, $60, and still haven't put any tourists into space. So you see the demand for such a stock, such a growth and story stock is very, very hungry, okay? I believe the Q1 will be important because some big news will be announced then, okay? It will be maybe the 2nd of May where we will have the numbers, and the numbers are not essentially very interesting because it's always the same. They're still in this phase of building the business, but it's more about the new announcement that they are doing on this earnings, okay? Every earnings we have great announcements, and I think, this is fantastic. I mean, this is what we want to do. So I think this is a great buy before earnings, and just hold it very, very long for many, many years. I know what people are saying. They delayed another flight. Oh, they have technical issues. Guys, they're doing something that is so advanced, okay, in engineering. You have to think about everything. What happens with the pressure of the cabin is dropping? What about, sudden loss of height? I mean, this is extremely difficult, how to bring the people back on their seats while they are 2-3 minutes into weightlessness. And, if there's someone who doesn't go on time on their feet, well, they get pressed to the roof or the bottom of the spaceship. So there's so many things that you don't think about. I can really, really recommend the first 10 years on Virgin Galactic. It's in very depth describing on what Virgin Galactic has to challenge every now and then. And, engineering in this kind of field is the, I would say, masterclass. And therefore, I want to really understand that, if you haven't put the research into this stock, then don't talk about it or be not invested, okay? This is a very, 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 very specific stock with huge upside, a lot of risk, but I'm still believing that it has so many factors that are potential for major increase in stock price. And that's why I'm in, okay? So let's dive into the next stock. Well, the next stock is also in my portfolio and is considered the Netflix of the fitness industry, in my personal opinion. A great content company doing basically content and hardware together from one hand, something similar that Apple does. Moreover, they are growing like crazy. They cannot get enough equipment for their clients, and I invested around $90, I believe, and people told me I'm too late, I'm crazy, and so on. And then the stock shoot up to 170, and now it's bounced around 118. We are talking obviously about Peloton. Peloton is, I think, this growing monster with a very small market cap of $35 billion. If you think that this company will further have such a success, then I think, a $300 billion company could be a rise from exactly this, okay? I think this fundament, this partnerships, they partner up with Beyonce, for example, just to offer the clients even more amazing experience. They're just basically in 3 countries, okay? They are, in Germany and UK and the US. So it's very, very early still to invest into the company, and they having a great financials with more than $2 billion in the bank. So I think that it's I don't know what to say further. I mean, I'm having a good conviction of the stock, and the reason why I think it's a good buy before earnings is that first we had, a crazy rundown from the mid-January price, which is still more than 30%, okay, or almost 30%. Moreover, you see that, it seems that we found a little bit of a bottom here at mid of March with $108. The lowest was just below $100, I think. And then now we are back at 120 levels, 118 levels. So, and the trend, in my personal opinion, is quite going into the very high direction, okay? As you can see here, just from the 24th of March till the 7th of April, we did about 20%, okay? So as you can see here, it's an interesting stock. I think it's a great play into the future of how we will consume fitness, what the fitness world will bring to us. And I'm just thinking that this is quite interesting. So check it out. Let me know in the comments below. And I don't know if you have seen my t-shirt, but obviously I having here Lehman Brothers Risk Management 2008. Just a fun besides the normal content here. So let me know in the comments what you think about those 5 stocks for the earnings season.